Why is Naomi still stuck to the Ooni of Ife? Yeah, why is Naomi still stuck to the Ooni of Ife? Hello, people, and welcome to D and Z TV, the number one place for information, entertainment, and gist that has to do with the Ooni of Ife's palace and also the entertainment industry. All right, so let's go to the gist of today. But before we do that, if you've not subscribed to the channel, kindly subscribe, go to the notification button, comment, like, and share. And if there's just anything you want to talk about on this channel, let us know. And guess what? We will talk about it. All right. So the gist of the matter right now is that for a very long time, they've been bringing you up to date information of what's happening in the Oni of Ife's palace. And one of them has been on the front burner. It has to do with the return of Naomi to the palace. Naomi is one of the most favorite wives of the Oni of Ife, who ceremoniously left when the Oni decided to marry more wives, and she's made up her mind not to come back. But right now, there's been so much talks about Queen Naomi coming back to the palace, and she's not ready or she doesn't want to come back to the palace. But the bone of contention right now is that people are beginning to ask questions. People are beginning to say things. People are beginning to say Naomi is not going to come back. People are saying Naomi wants to live alive. So much has been said. But all in all, Naomi is still stuck to the Oni of Ife. You see, when someone is stuck to someone, when someone is in exactly someone, nothing can actually separate that person from that person. So, right about now, there's been talks for Olori Naomi to move on and live her own life. Not minding the fact that she has a life to live, not minding the fact that she has her career to live, not minding the fact that she has her son to take care of. But she is actually still stuck to the Oni. And this is because Oni happens to be Queen Naomi's first and only love. You see, I am very, very, very sure that if the Oni was to behave to other Oloris the way he behaves to Naomi, most of them must have left the palace by now. Most of them, none of them would even want to stay. But guess what? After almost how many years, there is still the lingering issue of Naomi coming back to the palace. This thing has actually kept tongues wagging. This actually what has even made and actually also provoked other Oloris, because they have the opinion that why is it that the Oni cannot just let Naomi go? Why is it that the Oni is still bent on Naomi coming back to the palace? Is it that Naomi is better off than any other person? So much things have been said about Naomi coming back or Naomi not coming back. But guess what? The more they struggle and try to make Naomi come back, the more Naomi remains adamant. And the more the Oni still presses and pressurizes Naomi to come back. Oni actually has so many wives that he can, even if he wants to marry more, he can actually still marry more. But guess what? The Oni is not interested. You see, there's nothing in life like someone who does not, who is not interested anymore. Because the way and manner we see the Oni is actually not interested in anything that's happening. This is because the Oni is actually the person who walked up to Naomi and asked Naomi out. Unlike in other circumstances and situations whereby the women were packaged and brought for the Oni, this time around, Oni in his own magnanimity was the person who was like, okay, you know what? This is where I am. This is where I want to be. You see, there's nothing like placing self value on yourself. Naomi placed self value on herself. Have you sat down to imagine or think if Naomi was just like any other Ayaba? Oni would not have the impetus to want to go and beg her to come back. But the fact that the Oni actually left his comfort zone to go and ask her hand in marriage, it shows that of a truth, this was the Oni's mindset. This was what the Oni wanted. Unlike a situation where people will force a spouse on you, Naomi was not forced on the Oni. Oni, on his own magnanimity, went for Naomi. You see, these are the things that makes one begin to feel the need for why the Oni and Naomi are still stuck in lovers. They are like the present day Titanic. They are like the present day Romeo and Juliet. That no matter how the turbulence come, no matter how the turbulence activate, they are life in lovers. And when someone is a life in lover, there's nothing you say or do that will change their status quo. Yes, there's nothing that will change their status quo or how they see things. So it is pertinent to note here that the Oni will definitely remain stuck with Naomi. Now, have you also put into consideration the fact that there is a child in this union? And it's not just a child, though. We are all from the African region, and we understand the place of a child. A child is such that it's something that will help galvanize and cement a relationship. Children galvanize and cement relationships. Children tend to make relationships, create more better bonds. And this exactly is what Tade has been able to do. So for all those who just feel Naomi will just look elsewhere, they should be ready for a ride of their lifetime. Yes, they should be ready for a ride of their lifetime, because the Oni is not ready to let go anytime soon. For all those who have been predicting and seeing evil things happen to Oni and Naomi, these people are not ready to let go soon. No. The elder people understand and align yourselves with them, the better for all of you. Because whether we like it or not, Oni is stuck to Olori Naomi. And that stock is going to last for quite some time. So, my people, this is the gist I decided to bring to all of you, that the main reason why the Oni has been stuck to Naomi has been exposed. If you're not subscribed to our channel, I urge you right now to click on the subscription button, comment, like, and share. And if there's just anything you want to talk about on this channel, let us know and we'll talk about it. All right. Thank you and bye bye.